You know why stories are such good teachers? Because stories are like friends who show you how to deal with life's challenges. They make things easy to understand and remember. Let's talk about the power of stories in helping you conquer imposter syndrome and confidently publish on Amazon KDP. Here's a story about doubt and negativity. Once upon a time, there was a writer named Max who often felt unsure about his work when trying to publish his book on Amazon KDP. To deal with these feelings, Max tried different things. Firstly, Max reminded himself of a time when he put his mind to something and he'd done that something really well. When Max started to reminisce about that success, this made Max feel better and it reminded him that he does have it in him to do something really well if he puts his mind to it. Also, Max talked to people who were supportive of him. He made it a point to speak to people who were nice to him. Their words of encouragement helped him feel more positive about him putting out his work for the world to experience. Lastly, Max told himself all the good things about his book, and those good things he told himself about his book was powerful enough to kill off any bit of doubt that he may have had. Because Max was saying positive things to himself, Max felt more confident and happier about his work. In the end, Max's effort to deal with doubt and negativity paid off, and he successfully published his book on Amazon KDP. Max's story shows that by remembering good times, talking to supportive people, and saying nice things to yourself, it's possible to overcome doubt and negativity when you're in the process of putting out your book. All of this is just emotions and feelings. We all get that feeling of feeling like a fraud, that feeling of feeling like an imposter. Here's a story about imposter syndrome. Once upon a time, there was a writer named Jamie who often felt like she didn't belong or wasn't good enough while working on publishing her book. To feel better about herself, Jamie tried a few things. Firstly, Jamie reminded herself that she had her own special way of seeing things and writing about them. She realized that everyone's story is important, including hers. Also, Jamie focused on improving her skills by practicing writing on a consistent basis and learning from others. Because Jamie dedicated her time to honing her craft, Jamie felt more confident in her abilities and less like a fraud. In the end, Jamie's efforts to feel better about herself paid off, and she successfully published her book on Amazon KDP. Her story is like a how-to guide on how to embrace your own unique set of talents. Jamie's story is proof of what can happen when you practice your craft, because this is how Jamie overcame feelings of doubt and imposter syndrome. Another emotion that can work in your favor is negative feedback. Here's a story about negative feedback. Once upon a time, there was a writer named Riley who got some not so nice comments while trying to publish his book on Amazon KDP. To deal with these mean words, Riley tried a few things. Riley remembered watching an interview with a successful author years ago, and he was talking about one of the secrets to how he became so good at creating his books was by using negative feedback. This author would take on board the negative feedback and then he would make adjustments to his writing approach, which over a period of time made him a better writer. And eventually, that author became one of the best in his genre. Instead of feeling bad about negative feedback, Riley thought about how he could use negative feedback in order for him to level up his skill within his genre. Riley would specifically ask people to tell him exactly what they didn't like about his writings. That way, he could focus on fixing those things instead of feeling overwhelmed by all the negative comments. Lastly, Riley kept telling himself that even famous writers that people say bad stuff about their work sometimes, Riley would say positive and didn't let negative feedback stop him from reaching his goal of publishing his gift to the world. In the end, Riley used the feedback to make his book even better and got it published on Amazon with success. Riley's story shows that by staying positive and using criticism to improve, anyone can overcome negative feedback and achieve their goals. Now, let's talk about protecting your focus and perseverance. Here's a story. Once upon a time, there was an aspiring writer named Alex who struggled to stay focused and motivated while working on publishing his book. To overcome this challenge, Alex tried a few different strategies. Firstly, Alex created a dedicated workspace free from distractions like turning off his phone and finding a quiet corner to write. By setting boundaries and creating a focused environment, Alex was able to protect his focus and stay on track with his writing goals. Also, Alex established a daily routine and set specific writing goals for himself. By breaking down his tasks into smaller, manageable chunks, Alex made it easier to stay motivated and persevere, even when faced with obstacles and setbacks. Lastly, Alex practiced mindfulness and self-care to recharge his energy and maintain his focus. He took regular breaks, went for walks, and practiced deep breathing exercises to clear his mind and stay refreshed. In the end, Alex's commitment to protecting his focus and perseverance paid off, and he published his book on Amazon KDP with success. Alex's story serves as a reminder to other authors that by establishing boundaries, setting goals, and practicing self-care, it's possible to stay focused and achieve publishing success. Let me talk about two important ingredients that go into the pot of publishing success. That is self-belief and resilience. Here's a quick story. Once upon a time, there was a writer named Taylor who felt unsure about herself while trying to publish her book on Amazon KDP. To feel better, Taylor tried a different way. Instead of asking for help, Taylor decided to think positive thoughts every day. She told herself she was good enough and imagined herself succeeding. This made Taylor feel stronger and less afraid. Taylor also spent each day thinking about what she wanted to achieve. She wrote down her goals and thought about how to make them happen. By staying focused and not giving up, Taylor felt better and was able to publish her book on Amazon KDP with success. Taylor shows that believing in yourself and staying focused can help you achieve your dreams. So how do you deal with the age-old problem of being overwhelmed with the whole process of putting out your book? Here's a quick story. Once upon a time, there was a writer named Jordan who felt really overwhelmed while trying to publish her book on Amazon KDP. To deal with all the stress, Jordan tried a few things. First, she broke down all the big tasks into smaller, easier ones. Instead of trying to do everything at once, she focused on one thing at a time. That made everything feel less scary and more manageable. Then, Jordan made a list of all the things she needed to do and put them in order of what needed to be done first. That way, she knew exactly what to do next and didn't waste time worrying about, there's so many things to do, where do I start, and all of the other questions that come with being overwhelmed. Lastly, Jordan took breaks when she needed them and didn't push herself too hard. Jordan knew that taking care of herself was just as important as releasing her book. In the end, Jordan tackled her overwhelm and got her book published on Amazon with success. Jordan's story shows that by breaking things down, staying organized, and taking care of yourself, anyone can overcome overwhelm and reach their publishing goals. Now that you have a solid framework to build from, I've created a free toolkit that targets 3 key components essential for your book success. It includes a scientifically proven method for designing attention-grabbing book covers, an organic advertising strategy to reach your target audience, and a pricing strategy aligned with Amazon's model to maximize your book's profit. Click the link in the description to get it now. Until next time.